back to the Spider's Web, and in this video, as you can see, we have our zombies from Mansions of Madness. This is the first edition of Mansions of Madness. We are going to carry on and do these. I want to get the monsters done because I have Mansions of Madness on order with Griptree Games, so hopefully I'll get that fairly soon. But first of all, I want to open something. So I'm going to push those to one side, and these I ordered a couple of weeks ago. I've had them for just over a week and I've not looked at them yet. So what do we have? Oh, brand new brushes. These are from Rosemary & Co. and they are Pure Sable Series 101. These are red sable. Hopefully they will do the job really nicely. Right, our brushes are handmade for transit purposes. We set in gum, which you need to rinse out. If natural hurt, a few may shed. This will settle. That's what it says there. I ordered these on Tuesday a couple of weeks ago, and they came 2 days later on the Thursday, so very quick delivery. They look really nice. As I haven't tried them yet, so this is going to be the first time these are used. Ooh, I've been looking forward to this. Right, so I'm going to be using a mix with the Army Painter brushes and these. I'll be jumping back and forwards from one to another. I'll probably be applying the brush, or applying the paint to the palette with this and mixing with those, and using these to actually paint on. Anything fairly big or dry brushing, I'll use the Army Painter ones. But let's get started, shall we? Pop those over there for a second. Now, our zombies. Here they are. We have 4 of the little blighters. They're not the best sculpts in the world, they're not the best models, but they will do the job. So, what are we going to start off with? Well, I thought a little bit, oh dear lord, of Nurgling Green. I thought it might be an option. So let's pop some of that on our palette. And there's 4 zombies. So as there's 4 zombies, we will obviously be using a lot of this paint because there's a lot of flesh involved with these. So what to use first, I know. Let's try the, oh good. Try one of the big ones first. It's a number 4. I've never used a sable brush before, so I need to just rinse it out to get the gum off the bristles. There we are. And I'm hoping now that these are as good, or the sable brushes are as good as I hear. Right, so I haven't glued these down, as you may have noticed. Hopefully I can keep it on the stand long enough to be able to paint it. That'll be a second. There's just a little bit of. I've not been able to get all the whatchamacallit on these. and a little bit of oh dear Lord, mould lines. Tried my best to get them off, but unfortunately some of them have stuck on. There we go. Already I am liking these brushes. I can see why people rave about sable brushes. It's very smooth. I don't feel as though I'm dragging the paint across the model. I feel as though I'm just actually painting it on. This set weren't very expensive. About £20 for the full set. We'll have a proper look at these in a bit while I'm waiting for the paint to dry before I do any more with the model. You can see what brushes we actually get. But yes, now sometimes with the whatchamacallit, the synthetic brushes, it feels as though I'm dragging the paint, or I put the paint on the model and it just seems to just pour straight off onto the model, whereas with this sofa, I'm not doing any of that. It feels very smooth, very effortless. Yeah, I'm not bothered about flashes, the mold lines and stuff. It's Mansions of Madness. They're not brilliant minis. If the minis were good, I'd have made a big better job of doing them, but it's just soft plastic minis that are, badly moulded. There we go. I'll do the hair as well. I can always go over that later. There we are. He's done. I'm not going to do all of them on camera, I'll just do one. And brush it and it goes back to a nice point again. Very nice, just what you want. Now for his loincloth kind of thing, we will have what can we have? Scrag brown. That's what we'll have. So we'll get some of that on our palette. I'm not going over the top at all with these minis. They're just going to be treated as gaming miniatures. They're not going to be on display anywhere. They're just going to be used to play a game. And I know you should always try your best to do as good a job as you can, but You can do that with some minis and bring out the best in them, but there are some that really sometimes are not really worth the effort, but you paint them just because you like them looking good on the table, and that's the reason I'm doing these. There are better models out there for zombies. Well, even, I mean, Fantasy Flight have done better models than these. There's not much detail in them. Well, the talisman figures, although I say there's not much detail in them, they are still nice figures to paint. Why they couldn't do these in a similar vein I don't know, but they haven't. I need to there we are. I mean, just look at the face. It's not brilliant, is it? And there's the scrag brown of the for the loincloth, and now the hair. I'm just going to do this Abaddon black, I think. Just a little bit of that, and I'll be going over all of them exactly the same. I'm not going to do any difference with any of these because, let's face it, the game actually splits which ones are which by having little tokens that go in the back here, so I don't really need to make an effort to decide which what's the word I'm looking for? I don't need to make an effort to distinguish between two different minis. Right. So I'm just going to rattle these off. It's not going to stay black. I'm going to do a little bit of dry brushing later on to change the colour somewhat. But as it stands, I'm just going to give it a bit of a once over with the black, just to what's the word I'm looking for, just to fill in the crevices, as it were. There we are. And that is the base coat done. On these. So I'm just going to put the lid on back on this. I'll put that to one side, and while we're waiting for that to dry before we put the wash on, we can have a look at the brushes. We have a number 6, a number 4, a number 2, a number 0, sorry, a number 2, a number 1, a number 0, a number 2 0, and the one that keeps coming off is a number 3 0. So we have if I can get these all on camera at the same time, I can go through. So we have, let's say, a number 6, a number 4, a number 2, a number 1, a number 0, a number 2 0, and a number 3 0. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brushes for less than £20. I think it came to less than £20, £19 something or other, and they're all red sable. I know Kolinsky sable is supposed to be better than red, but for a first attempt with sable brushes, I've gone for these. They're slightly cheaper. I'm just hoping they do the job as well as I'm used to. I mean, when I've been using these, I've not had much of a problem. They need a bit of a clean now, but I've got my whatchamacallit in there, the Masters brush cleaner, which I'll be using on these and trying to take care of them a lot better than I was with the other brushes I've had, as in like the Citadel brushes. Yeah, I'm quite happy with my purchase. Now, how's this getting on? The hair is almost dry, and once we've got the hair sorted out, I can then give it a wash. And obviously I'm not going to be using these brushes for washes, so I can put those away for the time being. And I'm going to get the wash out that I'm going to use, and that wash is, you may be surprised to find, Agrax Earthshade. So give it a shake, and that's as dry as near as dry as makes no odds. So let's start with the feet first of all, and we'll work up. And you'll see now why I'm not really paying much attention to cleaning these up, because when the wash goes on, there's not much detail it's going to embed into. So, as I say, I know I really should prepare my minis, but I did these a long time ago when I wasn't really that fussy with what I was doing. I mean, I have changed a lot in my painting style and the care and attention I've put into my models, but I must admit that at one time I didn't bother with flashing, or, well, and if it was bad enough I would do something about it, but I could cope with it, especially on not terribly good models. I can, as I say, I can put up with it. They will do for the tabletop, and that's all that matters for me. I'm not going to be putting them in my display cabinet saying, oh, look at these wonderful miniatures that are done. It'll be a case of getting the game out, putting them on the table, moving them around, putting them back in the box when the game's finished, and storing them away. Now, yeah, so that's our first zombie base coated and washed. So for this video, that's all you're getting. When we come back, you will see that all the other zombies will have changed from grey to look exactly the same as that one. But for now, as I say, that's it. So, from me and my little zombie friends, take care, God bless, and bye for now.